going on, Ant Crew? My name is Andrew. Welcome back to a brand new exciting video. I hope the Ant Crew is doing well. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Anyways, guys, I have a very exciting video for you today. Today, I'm going to be revealing to you guys the secrets of the industry, the secrets of the business, if you will, on how to achieve smooth transitions. I guarantee you that if you guys apply these 3 methods to your own transitions, your videos will instantly be better and your transitions will instantly be far smoother. Alright, so enough jabbering along. Let's talk about the first method to get smooth transitions, which is keyframe interpolation. I'm going to import a couple of different clips, go to data, editing. I'm importing some files, and now I'm going to bring it into After Effects by hitting replace with After Effects composition, and we're going to make a super simple transition, and then I'll show you how to instantly make it better by using keyframe interpolation. Here we go, my dudes. By the way, guys, what do you think about the bandana? I'm going to name this tutorial. I wasn't exactly sure, but I thought life is short. You gotta try out some new stuff. So let's say that I want to have a transition where it kind of like swipes to the left. It's kind of like a pan to the left. So the way you go about doing that is you go up to Effects and Presets, add a motion tile, drag that down onto your first clip. I'm going to change the output width to 300 and the output height to 300 as well. And then you check this little box that says mirror edges. And then you just go ahead and copy this, go over to your next clip and paste it. The next thing you would do is you'd select your first clip, hit P on your keyboard to bring a position, you'd keyframe this position, go to the end of the clip, and then you drag over the clip horizontally as far as you'd want it to actually transition. I'm going to go about to there, and then you go to the next clip and hit P on your keyboard, bring up position, keyframe the position, and since this is the frame that we want it to end on, we're going to just drag this out a few seconds, and then go back to this first position number and drag it across horizontally. I'm going to go about there. So now if we RAM preview this, I gagged a little bit watching that. That is disgusting. I hope nobody ever uses that in their videos. A lot of people would probably end there, but it just does not look smooth. It's like the definition of not smooth. And you'd never, ever, under any circumstances, want to use this in your videos. But we do have the base for our transition. The question is, how do we make it smooth? And that's where keyframe interpolation comes into play. What you're going to do is select your keyframes, and then you're going to right click and hit Keyframe Assistant, and then hit Easy Ease. Select your first 2 keyframes, and then go over to this little tab right here. It's called the Graph Editor, and just select that. Now you're going to see these 2 lines. They look a little bit funky, but trust me, they're very important, and they're not that hard to understand. What you're going to do is separate the dimensions by hitting this little button right here, and that's going to pull up these little handles. What you do is you pull this first handle out fully horizontally to the right, and then you pull this bottom handle straight up like that. So now you have this gradual curve. We're done with those keyframes, and then we're going to go to the next and do the exact same thing. Select them, go over to the Graph Editor, pull it up, hit the separate dimensions, and then you're going to grab these handlebars and you're going to pull this one down, and you're going to pull this one to the right. So essentially what you're going for is sort of like an L, sort of just for it to curve like that. So now I'm going to RAM preview it and play it through for you guys. And there we go, guys. It's so much better, it's so easy to do, and it instantly makes your videos better. Just like that. Alright guys, so that is the first step and arguably the most important step in achieving smooth transitions. The next step is pretty simple, pretty straightforward, but a lot of people skip this step, and that is adding motion blur. What I like to do is actually use something called CC Force Motion Blur. Right at the beginning of the transition, keyframe the shutter angle and bring that shutter angle down to about 6 or 7. Then you're going to go about midway into the clip, somewhere around there, and you're just going to drag that shutter angle way up, maybe around, let's try 700. Let's bring up these motion blur samples, and let's bring up the shutter angle more. Alright, so that looks pretty good. Let's go into the next clip and do the same thing. We'll keyframe the motion blur somewhere around there. We'll keyframe the shutter angle. We'll drag up the motion blur samples, and we'll drag up the shutter angle a ton. Perfect, as you guys can see, it kind of jumps into that smooth motion blur, and then we'll go to the end of the clip and we'll keyframe the shutter angle at about like 6 and the motion blur samples to about 4. Alright guys, so just finished RAM previewing. Let's play through and see what it looks like. Alright, so it looks pretty good, but I'm not gonna lie, I held on to the motion blur a little bit too long for this one. So I'm gonna just drag those 2 keyframes back so the motion blur ends a little bit sooner. Boom, just like that. It's so smooth, so subtle, but the motion blur really does add a lot. Another way you can add motion blur really quickly is just to go up to Layer, go New, and then go over to Adjustment Layer. Go over to your effects and presets and just type in directional blur, drag that onto your clip, change the angle direction to 90, keyframe this blur length, go to the middle of the clip, drag the blur length up a ton, then go to where you want to stop. I'll stop it about right there, and we'll bring it down to 0. Alright, so that's another super easy way just to add some motion blur. I personally prefer the CC Force motion blur because it's a little bit more unique to the specific clips, but it's really up to personal preference. Whatever you like the most, then go ahead and use that. Alright guys, so that is it for my second tip, and my final tip to get the most smooth transitions you possibly can is to film with specific transitions in mind. This is debatably the most important thing you can do if you want to achieve better transitions. What I like to do is I use what is called a reference edit. It's kind of something I invented. I'm sure other people do it as well. But before I film like a new edit or something like that, I find different transitions and effects that I want to use in that edit, and then I actually put them onto my phone, so when I'm out filming and stuff like that, I can refer back to those transitions and effects that I want to use in my videos. So that way I'm constantly being reminded while I'm filming what kind of in-camera movement I should be creating. It is so helpful. And I can say without a shadow of a doubt that if you guys just start thinking about transitions while you're filming your videos will instantly be better, and your transitions will instantly be far smoother. So let's play it through one more time and see our work. There you have it. Those are my 3 tips for smooth transitions. Let me know if you guys implement these into my videos. Follow me on Instagram at Andrew James. I haven't been posting a lot on there recently, but I'm gonna start posting again soon. I actually think I'm gonna post the edit that I used at the beginning of this video. So head over to my Instagram and definitely check me out there. If this is the first time you guys have seen one of my videos, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe. The Anchor is a place for creative entrepreneurs, aspiring YouTubers, aspiring filmmakers, aspiring editors, and just people like that. If you guys feel like there's nobody around you who thinks like you do, nobody around you who dreams like you do, then the Anchor is the place for you. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Peace.